Good afternoon, internet. How are you today? Right, now, I'd love to say we're going to get on the bike and we're going to go out for a ride. Because as you all know, anybody that follows me, I had the Himalayan serviced. And if you do remember, if you watch that video, it was an extremely cold ride. But unfortunately, since literally a day after I had the bike serviced, it rained. We're back to rain. Yeah, we haven't done this for a while, have we? Let me just show you. Hey, take a look at this. Hey, just look at that. It is, and that's what it's been like, yeah? Now, come on. Who wants to go out in that? There's no pleasure, is that? I mean, if you've got to go out, you've got to go out. But if you can take the choice, there is no pleasure. So, we're not going out, which is unfortunate because there's lots of things that I've got planned and lots of places to go. But for now, I thought, okay, so the service was done, and I thought, right, the last thing that I really want to do to the bike, well, two things actually. The first one is I want to change the plug. This is the standard plug, the one that come with it, which is a Bosch. Nothing wrong with Bosch. I like Bosch. But just a standard Bosch plug. Now this is going to be changed now for an NGK iridium. Now I got this from Hitchcock. Hang on, I just sort the tongue out. I got this from Hitchcock's in the UK. Believe it or not, even paying the import duty. The price for one of these in France, well, absolutely stupid. So, oops, there you go. Clumsy as ever. So this came from Hitchcock's. So yeah, just, you know, now according to the little information sheet on Hitchcock's, this comes pre-gapped, and I have checked it, and yeah, they're right. In fact, if you look here on the screen right now, you will see what they say about the iridium plug. Okay, so you've had a look at that. So that's going to be fitted. So there's one thing. So we'll just pop that there in a minute. Now the other one is the air filter. I mean, the air filter that's on these, just a paper element with that snorkely thing on, which, you know, is pretty ludicrous, isn't it? I mean, yes, it does the job. But what it doesn't do, it doesn't allow much air intake, and as we all know, you know, cold air going into an engine, it just helps the engine breathe. Now, you hear all different, you know, people saying, yeah, I fitted this, and whoa, you know, and fine, I'm not disputing that. It's never going to turn a Himalayan into a Hayabusa. They might begin with H, but that's about where the similarity ends. But there again, you don't buy one of these thinking it's going to be a Hayabusa. I've had a Hayabusa, you know, and yeah, you know, totally different kettle of fish. When I was younger, and I loved it. I don't want that anymore. You know, I love this bike. But if we can keep this engine nice and smooth, and if we can give it just a little bit more responsive throttle than that, which this is supposed to do, excellent. So, this is the one. Now, okay, Hitchcock's. I got the adapter plate from Hitchcock's. See, Hitchcock's. Yeah, this is the one they do themselves. I can't remember the price. I really can't. But it was an excellent price, even paying the import because of good old Brexit. It was still a good price. Note, you don't get the screws or nothing with it. That's all part, you know, you must keep your own screws, but there you go. So that was that from Hitchcock's and the plug from Hitchcock's. Now I could have bought a DNA filter kit where you get the filter, you get their, you know, their adapter plate and all that. You know, but DNA filters, they are really expensive, I think. Again, my personal opinion, and I'm not saying that they're a good, but there's all K&N, DNA, and the one that I got, which is BMC, Italian, Italian. All good things come out of Italy. Coffee comes out of Italy. I love Italian coffee. I drink it all the time. Monica Bellucci comes out of Italy, the actress. Well, I think we'll leave that one at that. Anyway, okay, BMC air filter. The same old thing in it. High flow, breathable, washable. You get the cleaning kit with it. One time off. Now, this I got from a local motorbike chain out here. I forget who it was. It was a good price. I can't remember how much it was. 40 something euro, I think it was. So yeah, I looked, because you get the people that get these things, don't you? They get this and they get the DNA and they get the K&N filters and they put them all up on test and all the graphs are going all over the place, To be honest with you, they all basically come out the same, At the end of the day, we're not talking racetrack material here, are we? Where, split seconds count. This is a Himalayan and it's chugging along quite happily, and all I want to do is give it a bit more breathability, if there's such a word. There probably isn't, but there again. Anyway, so yeah, I decided to go on this one. Like I said, looked at all the graphs. They all come out basically the same. K&N's the one that, well, I suppose anybody my age, K&N air filters, it's got to be, especially, was it a UK thing? I'm not too sure. When I was a lad in the UK, when I was like 18, 19, back in the sort of middle to end of the 70s, you all got things like minis, Austin minis, and you put them up, you give them all the wide wheels and the wheel arch spats, did they call them? I think they called them wheel arch spats, the extension bits, and you put all the spotlights on and God knows what else, and you got out there, the bucket seats, and they all had the K&N air filters and the wide exhaust, and you really thought you was Jack the lad, you know what I mean? So K&N air filters, yeah. Little picture, I'll put it on now, mini, done up, blah, 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 blah. What do you think? Okay, so, but I went for the BMC. BMC, British Motor Corporation, British Motor, BMC, at Longbridge, Birmingham. Before it was Austin Morris, I don't know. I'm waffling again, take no notice of me. Right, let's get back to the job in hand. So we're going to fit that. The spark plug. So when I came to lift the spark plug, the cap up, I don't know if it's your Euro 5 thing, but when you come to lift it up, there isn't enough clearance. You just can't get enough space to get it off the plug. So I ended up undoing the tank, God forbid, and you just lift the tank up slightly, just to get it off. So that's not actually as simple as what you thought it would be. Getting the spark plug out is, providing you're careful. We don't want to cross thread it, do we? So, get it all nice and clean before we take it out and all that. So all that's done. But actually taking out the actual cap off, you would have thought they'd have, I don't know, would they? I mean, I suppose really what they're looking at, maybe the service intervals and that, they take the tank off anyway, so, there again. It gets me as well, every single bit, I don't know whether the GoPro will pick this up, but if you actually look there, there's actually a green blob of paint on that. Everything that they fit to these bikes, or, well, certainly here, or maybe it's just the dealership that I did, but everything has got these dobs of paint on it, and I can see, because of the 3-year warranty on this, I can almost, them saying, oh, you shouldn't have changed the plug, or you shouldn't have changed that, or which, do I put it back to original for its 5,000 service? I don't know. Anyway, we'll see about that. Right, okay. let's get back to the job in hand. The plug's out, obviously, as you can see, so putting the plug in, that's basic. So what I'm going to do is let's take this side plate off, the side panel off here, and we'll have a look at the air filter. So I'm just going to get my seat round, so hang on a sec, let's get this in a position where hopefully you can see as well as I can see what is going on here, right? Okay, so sort of get it down there and that there, right, like that. Okay, so now I'm going to get my chair, got to sit down, old age, you know, right. So we'll get that there like that, and we'll bring the air filter over with us. Right. Okay, so now this one down here is a dummy one, so don't try and undo that one. So it's just, this is a 4mm Allen key that we use for this. I'll just put these down there. Hopefully no one will kick them out of the way. Probably me that does it. Right. And the last one coming off. So now this one here, the one that I was doing, it goes into like a little bit of a rubber. I don't know why they made it a bit of a dummy thing here, because it's would have been just as easy to put a screw in, you would have thought. Probably a lot easier, but still, never mind. Let's just put in there for a minute. Okay, so there we go, and there's a bit of my wiring there, obviously, just popping down. Right, okay, so we have, there's the original snorkel, they call it, which, you know, it's very sort of intrusive, you know, it just doesn't let the airflow go in that much, does it, when you actually think about it. Now, what I didn't get was the Phillips screwdriver, so I'll go and grab that. And it would be a good idea if I put the plate over with me as well, wouldn't it? Oh dear, it's the rain. The rain depresses me. Right, okay, so let's take this off. And none of these should be tight. I've never took this off before, but they shouldn't be tight. There's no reason for them to be tight at all. I did with yeah, there's 3 in there. Okay, so let's get this one down there. Trying not to drop it at the same time. Which I'm bound to do. Worst thing to say is I'll try not to drop it. And there's pipes there, like that. Okay. Right. I mean, I could have unclipped these pipes, but I didn't quite see the necessity to do it, although they are being a little bit of a pain in the butt. Right, so that goes on like a little studdy thing there. Try not to drop this last screw. And the Hitchcock's one that I've got, actually that does come with that bit on. It's probably a bloody nuisance, to be honest with you. Still, never mind. Just lift that over there like that, and that over there like that, and then hopefully this should all nicely slide out of it. But of course it's probably going to be a pain in the ass anyway. Let's just see if we can get this one pipe out of the way. There you go. Probably didn't gain me much at all, but there you. I'll just stick in there for a minute. Okay. And there's a screw that I wanted to come out anyway. This pipe is the one that sort of flaps around all over the place. That's it. Okay, so that's got that out of there. And we'll take the filter out again. Again, look, they've actually marked it up with their paint. As you would expect, nice and clean, since he's only done just over 500 miles. Okay. So, let us have a look at this, shall we? So this is just this should just fit nicely in here, like so. Push on nicely. Make sure it's well pushed down all the way around. Okay, and like I said, the Hitchcock's one comes with this, look. So that it goes back on this little fillet, whereas the DNA doesn't. Not that it makes any difference, you know. I mean, in fact, it makes no difference at all, to be honest with you. Now, I'm just wondering, it might have been easier, probably. I don't know. There you go. I thought I might have just had a little bit of trouble turning this, which I might have while it was on here. Because of that lot there, and I won't. What a fool. What a... Okay. Just scrap everything that I tell you now, because I've actually gone totally and utterly stupid, because I've just put the same one back on. So, there's the Hitchcock's one. Oh my God, that's it. Can't you tell it's a Sunday? I looked at it and I thought to myself, why has this got a snorkel back on it? There's the Hitchcock's one. Forget this. Now I could have cut the film there, couldn't I? I could have cut the video, and and everybody would have thought, oh yeah, but no. If things go wrong, they go wrong, and there is no point trying to cover things up. So let's have a look. There you go. Get that over there like that, and him in there like that. So line the peg up like that. And my cables that I've put in there. There we go. So that's all in the locating pegs. Makes a big difference when you've got that snorkel thing not on, because that's the thing that stops it turning. Okay, so we'll get each one of these in just loosely in, so we can get it before we tighten it up. Now these two pipes here, I think what we might do with these, to be honest with you, is we may just get a bit of cable tie just to keep these. I mean, it's not going to hurt them being in the way, but well, in actual fact, probably what I could have done at the same time was, if I'd have thought of this prior, although I hadn't taken this off and really looked at this, was to make something out of plastic like that's on the original one, to take the cables in a line. But still, for now, because look, they've got that on it where the cable's running, and I could have made something up like that, but certainly for now we'll just leave it. I think somehow, hang on, let me just get that back in there, and I'm just thinking maybe just to stop these two wobbling around so much, so they would have been fitted nice there, like that. Mind you, when all that's on, to be honest with you, I mean, I could put something round there. The trouble is, you do actually see this bit here. don't really think there's much. Nah, do you know what? I think that'll be fine there. That's not really gonna go up there much at all, is it? No. Right, okay. For now, that's gonna. I may look. In fact, I think I probably will look at fabricating something like this that I'll put there to get these two. You know. Just out of plastic that I'll make. I've got some plastic lying around and I'll cut this the same just to support those pipes. But for now, that will do the job quite nicely. Right. Okay, so let's get this back on here. Okay. Right. I've always been a thing of rubber bungs, you know. You sometimes, you know, you can be a bit. You think, I push too hard, in case something bloody snaps. Right. Now, of course, when this is all put back together, let it, and it's important as well that you do this from cold, which it is, obviously, and then you start her up, and you just let it run on its own for 15 minutes, just to let it, the engine management, realise there's been a few changes in the amount of air that it's sucking in, and it will all adjust it. And yeah, that's it really. And then it should all be adjusted all back up to itself quite nicely and run much better. Now, okay, I'm not going to bore you with. Hang on, let's just move you back round here. What I'm going to do is look. I'm going to bring you up here for a minute. There you go. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fit the plug. I'm going to put the tank back on. We'll get the garage door open due to the fact that I don't want to bloody kill myself with the fumes, even though it's raining, but still, never mind. But while this is happily ticking away for the 15 minutes, I'll grab a coffee. So, okay, what I'll do is I'll get it all back. Then we'll start it up, and then we'll come back. There used to be, because this is the Euro 5 model, and so they used to sell from the previous model, and the same in the American market. I'm not too sure of the American markets to which, but I think it's up to 2020, was it 2021 or 22 in the American market. Previous to that model and previous to the Euro 5, you could actually fit a booster plug, which, you know, was supposed to, well, it probably did give a little bit more power and that sort of stuff. But with the Euro 5, and due to all the emissions now, you know, which, let's face it, it's a good thing, you know, we're supposed to be looking after the planet. And because of all this, this is about all that you can do with the Euro 5, you know, is basically put the plug in, change the air filter. And I mean, if you really want to go for it, you can upgrade the camshaft as well, which, for me, I wouldn't, unless something happened to the engine. Maybe the camshaft wore down, or I don't know, and it was a necessity to change it, then probably I'd change it for the upgraded camshaft, which gains you, I don't know, it gives you another 7-10 horsepower, I don't know. Anyway, so this is about all that can be done to this bike. Like I said, I'm under no great illusion that this is, you know, is going to give it any more power. Although I do believe that it will give it more more ease, more control, you know, a bit more responsive, but it is quite responsive. It's not going to do it any harm, is it? It's as simple as that. Right, okay, I'm going to put the spark plug, then we'll come back, start it up, and let's see from when we go from there. Okay, bear with me, see you in a minute. Okay, so spark plug in, tank back on. We're all ready to go. I'm not trying to teach anyone to suck eggs, but don't forget that little bit there, which goes on the thread on the top of the spark plug, isn't required for a bike. So don't forget to remove that, else you won't get your cap back on. Right, so we're all done with that. So I'm going to start the bike up in a minute. Look at this. Look at this rain. Hey, look, it's unbelievable. Again, I've got to show you. I don't go on about it, but look at that. Hey, just look at that rain. Hey, bouncing away. Anyway, okay, there we go again. Sorry to keep swinging around. Right, so the time, as you can see, it is nearly 25 to 4. So 10 to. Right, we'll let it run to just about 10 to, and we should be okay. Yeah. So let's get you across there. And then we'll get this started up. Burst the old girl into life. Okay, not too sure. I must have knocked that. Okay, so what have we done wrong? Or what have I done wrong? Why aren't we starting? There must be a... Oh, I know why it's not starting. It's not in neutral, and I've got the stars on it. Okay. Who's a silly boy then? Okay, these bikes, when they're... even though you've got the clutch in, if it's in gear and you've got the side stand down, which I have, even though it's on the centre stand, these bikes will not start. And that's caught me out more than once. Okay, so there we go. We'll let this tick over now, quite happily, yeah? And there you go. I'm going to go and grab a coffee while this is here, because I don't think you want to stand here with me chatting away about how terrible the weather is. Oh my God, it's really coming down now. Anyway, right, so I'm going to switch you off. I'm going to put you back on when we've sort of done this, and hopefully everything will be sorted out. Right, coffee time. I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, so there's our 15 minutes. It all sounds well. Lovely jubbly. Right, let's get this garage door down due to the fact of the rain. Okay, so I'd say that's a job well done. We're not really going, or I'm not really going to tell until we get out on the road and we take this beast that it is now out for a ride. One thing I did notice, literally just by standing in the garage, is that exhaust sounds a bit more pop, 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 pop. Did you like that? That was good, that was, wasn't it? Which I suppose it makes sense. The more air that comes in, the more air that goes out. So they say. Right, okay. Well, that's it really. Oh, when I said that's about all you can do with the, you know, with the air filter and the plug, because you can't fit the booster plug anymore to the Euro 5s. But what you can do, and what a lot of people do, and probably not so much, well, I suppose, yeah, you know, for performance as well, but the exhaust, a lot of people change the exhaust. It's not the best looking exhaust on these bikes, I've got to be honest. You know, it looks It does look a cheap and cheerful exhaust. It does the job, doesn't it? You know, let's face it, it does the job. But a lot of people do change the exhaust. Again, you know, get the exhaust gases out quicker, which, you know, they say hand in hand with the high flow filters makes, you know, can make an even better difference. I'm not going to rush out and buy an exhaust for this because, you know, I'm a big believer. It works well. What's the point? If something happens to the exhaust, if it looks to me like it could suffer with maybe a bit of wear and tear quickly in its life, and if it starts to look tatty, then I will change it. I think that's about it really for today. One thing, if your location is near to me, if anybody watches me and they're near to me, even in the UK, although I'm not too sure about postage, I don't know whether, just hang on 1 second, I will toddle off over here. Obviously, as you know, I changed the rack on my bike, which this one then is surplus to requirements. I mean, it's, you know, obviously it's perfect, isn't it? You know, the bike went out about 3 times prior, you know, there's not a scratch or a mark on it. This will fit all Himalayan models. And this one is the one that's, I don't know whether your GoPro will pick this up, maximum load 7 kilo. You know, it's a step up from the first one. So, this is, I'm going to sell this. This is for sale. If anybody's interested, like I said, it's in perfect condition. You know, so yeah, if anybody is interested, I dare say posting it probably be a problem because it is quite a heavy bit of kit. But still, never mind. There you go. I'm just saying, should anybody have had an accident with theirs maybe, or whatever it is, or they just want to upgrade from the original one. Right, okay. That's it for today. There's nothing else to do. I'm certainly not going out. Weather-wise here in this glorious area of France that I live in, it's supposed to be bad at least for the next week, according to the weather forecast, which is a real shame because I really want to get out. Like I said, there's a few places that I want to get to, a nice ride out, put that up. Hope you all come along with me. But until the weather changes, it's not going to happen. I'm sure you've all gathered by now, I am not a bad weather rider. I'm a good weather rider. I don't like the cold. I even less like the rain. Okay, that's it. Like I said, it's Sunday afternoon. I hope you've had a better weekend weather-wise where you are than where I have here. And anybody in UK, Ireland, around there, I know they've got the same weather as us. You've got to go south. So, okay. Thanks for watching this. I hope you liked it. If you did, a nice thumbs up and comments. Comments are always good. You know, YouTube likes comments. So yeah, if you feel like you want to chat or anything else, a comment would be nice. Okay, until the next video, take care and I'll see you all soon. And thanks for watching me. Bye for now.